Something in that book. There's like a certain spell in that book that everyone is loving. I have a type in books. I feel like everyone's watching me. Checking if the coast is clear. In order to have my energy up, I'm going to need some caffeine. I got the Lonnie Cosmic Stardust and I blame Destiny for this. Put this up because I need to get caffeinated. I feel like I've been consuming so much caffeine. Like it's either matcha or these. And I don't know if it's good for me. It's not good for me, but it keeps me going. I'm going to be doing the beginning 2024 book tag. I actually got this idea from Larry Reed's. Her videos are so amazing and she's so real and she's so funny, so herself, and I love that. Yeah, so this video is wholly inspired by her. She put out 24 questions for this video. If you guys want to do this video also, I'm gonna leave them in the description below. So the first question is, how many books are you planning on reading? Last year in 2023 was my actual first official dedicating myself to reading, put my time into it, and I ended off with 44 books. This year I feel like I'm going to choose quality instead of quantity because I want to dedicate this year of actually reading good books. I'm just gonna be easy on myself, so I decided to add a few more books added to the year, which is going to be 50 books in total. Yeah, we'll see what this year unfold, because I do have a few things on the side besides YouTube. I do have a job and I have something else that I'm actually putting my time in, so I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of time this year to be reading as much as I did like last year. So the second question is most anticipated reads of the year. Oh my god, this was like since last year, since I read this book the first time, is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Oh my god, I love that book so much. It is funny, it is a rom-com, and her writing is so beautiful, and she always adds magical realism to her books, and I love it, and the cover is beautiful overall. I follow her on Instagram because I need to know what she's gonna be coming up next. A new book. It is actually called A Novel Love Story. A professor of literature finds herself caught up in a work of fiction, literally. Eileen knows a thing or two about romance. It's a week of wine and happily ever afters, or it's supposed to be. Brew bails at the last minute and Elsie winds up lost in her Houston Valley alone. In a thunderstorm when she takes shelter in a bookstore, she literally gets on the bad side of the grumpy and sexy, finds herself in a town that feels like right out of a book, because it is. Ellerton can be real and yet she's here. The town is everything she imagined for her favorite series, a place built on meat kits and storybook endings, except there's something off in Ellerton, because nothing changes, nothing moves. Trapped in the last place of the late author, Elsie is to find an ending to this last story, the one that the author never finished. The only problem is the bookstore owner never wants the story to end, and he might be the only person who can help her imagine this final happily ever after and maybe find one for herself. Third question is, a book that is on your physical TBR you probably won't ever read. Okay, so I got this book like a long time ago because I saw like a little people gave it hyped. It is called One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. It's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling. The cover is so beautiful. And I was like, oh, I read Romeo and Juliet in high school and I got this. I could literally read this. I don't know. I tried reading the first page and I was like, damn, it's gonna be hard to read. But one day, hopefully I will, but right now, I'm not. But the fourth question is a new genre you like to try more of. This year, I want to at least read one classic, and that is Pride and Prejudice, and I am so excited. My Nana's old. She loves classics and old stuff and cowboys and all of that stuff, and I told her, and I was like, do you know this book about Pride and Prejudice? She's like, yeah, I love that movie, because there's a movie. There's like different movies, but she likes the old one better. And I was like, oh, I like books that have a movie after it so I can see more of the visual. She said it's really good. It's one of her favorites. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna read it. But it's a classic, so I'm scared. But I heard that Jane Austen is really, really good, and it's literally everyone's favorite classic author. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try. And if I really, really like it, I'm going to try to read The Little Woman, because the movie has Emma Watson. I love Emma Watson. And another genre that I really want to try is memoirs. Everyone was raving about the Jeanette McCurry. I'm glad my mom died her book. I just want to listen to her voice because she is voicing Audible. Sixth question is a book you are most likely to read. That'll be either The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston or Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I guess I like magical stuff because they both have magical realism to it. And super emotional because I cried in both books. They're my only two Infinity Stars of 2023. I actually have both reading vlogs for both of these books, so if you guys are really interested in seeing what they're about and my reactions to them, Make sure you guys check those out. So my 7th question is a book you wanted to get into 2023 but didn't, but want to read in 2024. So there's supposed to be a video out. I went to Canada and I told my brother, I made him choose a book. I was curious because this guy, my brother, don't read, and he's a whole teenager now. My brother's growing up. He despised reading ever since he was little. I'm like, you're such a nerd, like you just read. And so there is a video going to be out soon. He picked Fairy Tale by Stephen King, and I was like, hold up. Stephen King? My brother was reading it in Canada and he got to page 50, and I was like, my brother, don't read. And he got to page 50, and I was like, that says about Stephen King's writing. Something in that book, there's like a certain spell in that book that everyone is loving Stephen King. And Fairy Tale is like giving Alice in Wonderland mixed with Coraline and like a little bit horror and magical, and cause it's like a little boy named Charlie, he's going through a tunnel. Obsessed with magical stuff or fantasy. I'm like, damn, I have a type in books. Hopefully I'll get into that so the video could come out, because my brother has been waiting for that video to come out. He's like, when are you gonna read it? The 8th question is a series you want to read this year, and that is The Cruel Prince. Everyone at work is like, Emily, you need to read The Cruel Prince, and it's like fae and fairies and all of that stuff. I don't know much about it. Another one is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas, raving about The Court of Thorns, the Throne of Grass series, and the Crescent City series, and I was like, guys, I am not on the train at all. Sarah J Maas is like really killing it with the books. Like, she's really killing it, and everyone's loving and raving her books. I'm scared because what if it's too overhyped? What if I can't understand it? What if I can't get it? Like, I feel like she is a Taylor Swift in the book industry. It's like a big series to commit to. Maybe this year will be the year that I'll read my first Sarah J Maas book. But anyway, so the 9th question is an author you never read before but want to try this year. Any Ali Hazelwood or Abby Jimenez book. I actually read my first Abby Jimenez book. Amazon Prime, they did like a Kindle Unlimited of Valentine's short story Meet Cute, and I did a whole video on that in honors of Valentine's Day, so make sure you guys watch that video if you guys are interested. It was like a short story, and I feel like it was not enough to see if I really like Abby Jimenez's writing. Ali Hazelwood is known for her STEM books. I usually read books that escape reality, like romance or fantasy or thrillers, but she made her first YA fantasy. It is called Bride. It's like werewolves and vampires, kind of giving Twilight vibes. I want to give that one a try. Yeah, so the 10th question is an author you're probably not going to read more of this year. Actually, I haven't answered that question, so next question. The 11th question is a popular book you want to read. Again, I really want to read A Court of Thorns and Roses. The other book that I really want to read is Once Upon a Broken Heart. I actually have that book on my TBR. Part of a series of the Caraval series. I heard it's really, really good and everyone's liking the romance. But I know everyone recommends to read Caraval first, but when I got that book in Barnes & Noble, I was reading a couple pages, I could not get into it. So the top question is a non-popular book you want to read, and that is the Touch of Darkness series. I always talk about this series like non-stop. A Touch of Darkness, A Touch of Ruin, A Touch of Melange, and there's a 4th book coming this year actually, A Touch of Chaos by Scarlett St. Clair, and I love her. If you're really into Greek mythology, I really recommend this series. It is Hades and Persephone's retelling or reimagining story and in modern day in New York, and Persephone is a journalist, but she doesn't really know much about her powers. And she met Hades and the other god, the god of underworld, and their love story goes from there. I really love that series. Gave the first book 5 out of 5 stars because I really liked it, and I have a love for Greek mythology, and if you guys are really interested in Greek mythology, Scarlett St. Clair is the way to go. And mostly Persephone's point of view, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna park right next to me, whatever that was. Oh yeah, but there's like a whole point of view of Hades. He has separate books if you guys are really interested in him. The 13th question is an audiobook you want to listen. I think I just want to listen to mostly like memoirs. One of them is I Am Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurry. The 15th question is booktubers creators who inspire you. I really like, how am I supposed to explain it to words because I'm literally speechless with Sarah Quillerly. I love her aesthetic. Another person is Destiny Sidwell, and like if you need an opinion, go to Destiny. She'll tell you how it is, and I really like her for that. And she's always so real about her anxiety, her panic attacks. Like not a lot of people talk about it. Fully aware of that, and it makes me learn more about myself because I sometimes experience anxiety and panic attacks. And another person is Larry Reeds, because obviously this is inspired by Larry Reeds. Love her energy. She is literally a ray of sunshine. She's so funny. I love all of these creators because they inspire me to create these videos, to keep going with these videos. 16, something you want to say to anyone starting a book channel. Okay, there's this one YouTuber called My Fam. I love her. I watched her since she was like in Canada. I watched her for a while and she inspired me overall to start a YouTube channel and have so much confidence in myself. Originally was going to do travel vlogs and lifestyle vlogs. That was my main goal of doing YouTube. That's what I really wanted to strive for, but then I realized not a lot of people were watching. Maybe I should change my niche, and I was like, okay, let me find something that I'm more passionate about. I started doing book videos because that's when I saw my first ever video was actually Sarah, Haley, and Destiny book videos, and people were actually watching them. People actually read books and post it online, and I was like, I would never see that day. I thought, I don't know, I didn't even know the book industry existed. I'm trying to grow into like not caring about what people think, and I would say thank you to my fam, and most importantly to my boyfriend, because I'm really gonna cry because I grew so much since I posted my first video. Since I met my boyfriend, he was always confident, and this is gonna be like a whole video dedicated to George, but anyways, he had this ray of confidence. Everywhere he went, he was like, I got this, I could do this, like, it's no brainer. And I was like, you don't have anxiety, you're not anxious, what do you mean? Like literally George has confidence of every single thing that he does, and even if he fails, he keeps going. I thrive to be that. I thrive to have that energy. This video would not be out without my boyfriend tagging along, telling me I could do it. Okay, I know everyone's gonna compare about their growth since in the beginning compared to people who've been doing it for years, and George was like, Emily, you just started. Emily, you need to put the time and the effort for these videos in order to be on their level or even more. Have patience and confidence in what you do. And that is like the main thing. If you're passionate about something, if you're confident about something, and you're not afraid to fail, you're gonna do it. Yeah, I'm just using George's words to tell you because that's what I learned throughout the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. And if you need to find me, I'm probably at Barnes & Nobles. Bye!